Alive and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D-Real coming at you with another Be Real with D-Real, where edutainment is what I do. Okay, this time I ain't wearing Chiefs gear. They always talking about, oh, you wearing Chiefs gear, you wearing Chiefs gear all the time. I'm wearing Royals gear this time. Okay, 2015 World Series champion. Can't take that away. But anyway, I am not going to be before you long, as they say in church, and end up being in front of you for an hour. But that's not going to be me. I'm not going to be before you long. I'm going to be before you for a very short period of time. This will probably be a very, 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 very short video. But I would like feedback on it. And it simply posits a question. Simply posits a question. Okay. Now, before I get into that question, I need y'all to do what you always do for me. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the Be Real with D-Real page so that when the material comes out, y'all gets it. If you're digging what a brother shoveling, put some dirt in my bucket. Comment, like, subscribe, and share this right here. Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah. Now, you got 62 issues of a comic book run that you can read. 62. 62 issues. Very important. Now, based on who appears in this 62 issue run, not going to tell you the titles yet, but based on who appears in this 62 issue run, based on who writes this 62 issue run, which run would you rather have in your collection? Okay, here's some of the features, some of the characters who feature in comic book number one. She-Hulk, Skrulls, no particular Skrulls, just Skrulls. The Beyonder, heavy hitter. Psycho Man, Doctor Doom, Galactus, Ghost Rider, Gladiator, Terrax, the Inhumans, Nova, the Black Panther, Diablo, X Factor, Dr. Octopus. Sounds like a nice lineup there in comic book A. Comic book B features the Black Panther, Mephisto, the Fantastic Four, the Avengers, the Hulk, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Kraven the Hunter, Moon Knight, Deadpool, Malice, not the same as the Malice in the other list, Namor, Wolverine, Iron Man, Kid Colt, Rawhide Kid, Two Gun Kid, and Thor. Which book would you be apt to read if you had the choice of these runs, simply based on who's in them? If you picked run A, this is what you picked right here. Issue 232 of Fantastic Four, the original 1961 run, all the way up. Look at all these wonderful comics you get to read. Look at all these wonderful comics you get to see. Look at all these wonderful characters you get to deal with. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. And you know what's special about this run? John Byrne is both the writer and the artist. Now, if you pick column B, you got the entire Christopher Priest run of Black Panther. Some of the same characters appearing. Agent Ross. He's always fun to look at. There you go. Killmonger, a big, buff, gunned up Killmonger, and Prey's back. Hey, Prey. Knockdown, drag out match between the two. And you get Storm. This is before they were married. Look at that. And that's that other Malice I was talking about right there. Now, there are various artists on this run, but Christopher Priest is the main storyteller in this comic. Banging covers, by the way. 62 issue run. Return of the Dragon, enough said, Enemy of the State, all kinds of great things going on. We even get a brand new Black Panther in Casper Cole. That's why I said Black Panther, but technically not Black Panther. 62 issues. 62 issues of Black Panther, 62 issues of Fantastic Four. D, why are you even on this? Why are you even talking about which one would you rather have? Easy. Villains. Villain representation. Classically, villain representation has been very, 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 very poor. Or should I say, rogues gallery representation has been very, very, very poor in Black Panther comics. But not because Black Panther doesn't have good and memorable villains besides Claw and Killmonger, who just keep getting regurgitated. You know what I'm saying? You got a Chibe. You've got Kyber the Cruel. You've got his half brother Jakara. You've got Baron Macabre, depending how you want to say it. You got Somber. You got Salamander Cruel. Madam Slade. Malice. Mephisto. Give T'Challa a solid rogues gallery. And that way, we do not have to trip on how long his comic would go. Reason I brought it up, Black Panther #1 just dropped today. And I want to put that bug in somebody's ear because I didn't get a chance to get on the Discord feed, excuse me. And I just wanted to voice that. Rogue representation is a huge thing. Rogue representation, in my opinion, is what makes comics worth reading, is what makes comics good. Okay, Batman can fight bank robbers and street level crooks for only so long before you give him a mastermind, before you give him just a flat out crazy person, before you give him an assassin, before you give him somebody who can match him in skill and in the brain. You know, we seem to think for T'Challa, that's Killmonger or Claw. Can we give him an implaceable foe? Can we give him a number of implaceable foes so that they can show up concurrently in different issues of Black Panther? We want the comic to be successful. We want Eve Ewing to be successful. We really do. And we understand that if there are things that happen during the run of this comic book, it may not necessarily have been the machinations of Eve Ewing so much as it is her editors, editor-in-chief. God, think about that. You know, I mean, the previous writer of Black Panther came out and just flat out said, okay, this is me, it's what I'm feeling, what I'm doing, blah, 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 so on and so forth. So that's why he is a perpetual supervillain of all people who love T'Challa and the Black Panther mythos. And I'm talking comics, so you film people, take a breather, woosah, have some spearmint gum, your breath stinking. I didn't mean that in no disrespectful way. Just figure it out. Anyway, that's basically all I wanted to put out in this video is rogue representation. And I don't mean Marie. Represent, Marvel. Let Eve represent. Eve represent. Do what y'all got to do with the book so that it isn't a repeat of John Ridley. 15 issues of humiliation and denigration. We don't need that. That's why I'm telling you in advance, don't do that. If you didn't have plans to do it, don't worry about it. But if you did have plans to do it, to continue with that, because I see from the book, I don't want to tell too much. I see from the book, some things going on. But we have to see a few more issues before we know what's truly cooking in the pot. That's all I got for this video, but fret not, I will be coming at you with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other.